Everybody, welcome back to Watch and Carry. So in today's video, we're not going to be going over a watch. We're actually going to be talking about a new multi-tool that I put together. So I usually have in my rotation a Leatherman Surge, a Leatherman Skeletal, and a Victorinox Swiss Champ. They're both fantastic tools. Of course, I can't carry those when I fly on a plane, and I rarely check in my bag. I usually carry my backpack with me on the plane. So I wanted to have a tool with me that is capable of being taken on board the plane. And I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be given this key management system by a company called QuietCarry. So this is their key bar that you see here in front of you. Just ignore everything else to the right and left for now. What had happened was I had one of their old systems, actually, the Q2, I believe. I lost the pocket clip and I asked them if they could just sell that to me separately. And not only did they send me a new pocket clip, they sent me a brand new Shorty key organizer, which you see here in front of you. So very generous of them. So the way this is designed is it has these two pieces here, and it's meant for keys actually. So I know you see a lot of tools here, but it's traditionally meant for keys. And so you have these two pieces. You also have these two posts. And for the Shorty, it's designed to have you put your keys on one side, and they kind of fold over like this, and then you sandwich the other half on top of that. And then the benefit of that is when it comes to keeping your keys in your pocket, they're not shuffling around, making noise, making a mess. When you need to retrieve them, they kind of fan out nice and easy, almost like a multi-tool. And unique to QuietCarry, unlike, let's say, KeyBar or KeySmart, is this is a rectangular or a squared profile. It doesn't have a wishbone design where it tends to get thinner in the center. So I prefer this because a squared off design makes it less likely to catch items in your pocket when you're retrieving it, and it's great for hiding larger items than keys, such as these loose tools that you see in front of you. So again, we are working here with the QuietCarry Shorty. This is in the black finish. It comes in several other colors as well, and I'll put the website in the description below. So now that I had the platform that I wanted to work with, this modular platform, I needed to find some tools. So unfortunately, the eBay seller I bought all this stuff from is no longer available. But at one point, I guess he had taken salvaged or damaged Leatherman tools, and he took the parts that were working and sold those individual parts on eBay. So that's where I got all these things. So on the left, we have a set of wave scissors, Leatherman wave scissors, Leatherman Micra nail cleaner and file, Leatherman Micra tweezers. On the right, we have the Leatherman Wave small bit driver with that interchangeable bit. So Phillips flathead, and then you also have the large bit driver, also interchangeable. And this is what works with the bit kit as well, and the bit extension. All right, so I bought all these tools from him for something else, but I just found out they actually fit really, really well on this QuietCarry. So I put it together, been carrying it, as I mentioned, for 3 years, had no issues, posted it on a couple of EDC Facebook groups, and had a few people saying, oh, hey, that looks pretty cool. How did you put that together? So I disassembled it and thought I'd go ahead and share that with you. That being said, if you're looking for a TSA multi-tool and you want to, really count your pennies, there are better ways to go about this. This system, I think, is worth it considering how much the quality and the craftsmanship. But I think this key management system is about $40 to $50, I think. You go ahead and check the website below. Each of these Leatherman tools were anywhere from $8 to $12 each. So if you add all that up, that is, a pricey multi-tool that doesn't give you full function because it's meant to limit itself for traveling. So again, the only reason I'm doing this is because I got this QuietCarry for free, and I already had these tools laying around. But if you want to find a multi-tool for traveling, take a look at the Leatherman style PS and the Gerber Dime Travel. Those are two good options as well. The Havalon Evolve is also a good one I would recommend. It's very similar to the Leatherman Skeletool, and that one has a removable blade, and I've heard people are able to fly with that one as well. So Havalon Evolve. All right, so again, we are working here with the QuietCarry Shorty. I'll give you some quick measurements here, excluding the thickness because we haven't put the tool together. So you're looking at about 6 centimeters in length. You're looking at about 2.3, 2.4 millimeters. Okay, in width and thickness, we will give you guys later. When you order from QuietCarry, on the logo side, you have the option to choose several different thumb stud deployable tools, or two. So this one that it comes with is the combination strap cutter, rope cutter, package opener, bottle opener, a little bit of jimping here on the top, and then a pry tool with a forked end, which I'm guessing is meant to remove nails. That's why they did it that way. And a small and thick flathead screwdriver, I guess, might be a side benefit there. The other option that you can choose from them will be a straight blade. Okay, so the way you want to arrange this is, if you're going to build this exactly like I am and you have all these parts listed, you want to have your tool laying down like this with the thin post, because on the Shorty, you have a thin post here and a thicker post here. So the thin post will be on the left. Okay, the tool's facing down with the silver side facing you. For the top portion, let's see how we designed this. I think that was laid down like this. Yeah, so for the upper portion with the pocket clip, you're going to put the pocket clip in this orientation and turn it this way with the half moon cutout facing towards the bottom. Okay, let's start with the left tools first. Now, there are stainless steel washers that you get with the QuietCarry. In fact, there are specific instructions to use their washer specifically because they have this special dome shape on the washer. That being said, I've used these nylon washers here that I've bought from Lowe's with no issue whatsoever and a little bit of thread locker. So up to you. If you're going to use nylon, I like them because as you're moving the tools out, there's a little bit more of a smoother sensation than the stainless steel washers. So the nylon washers, you want to go to your hardware section of your tool store. Look for an outer diameter of about 9 millimeters. So there's that measurement there. Look for an inner diameter of about 5 millimeters. Okay, so we're going to take one nylon washer. Okay, thin post, thick post, nylon washer on the thin post first. Then you're going to take your Leatherman Wave scissor. Here's the orientation for that scissor. The spring of the scissor that comes apart is going to face you. And then the handle projection of the scissor is going to also face towards you. We're going to put it on the small left post. And then we're going to put the handle below the larger post, like so. Okay, take another nylon washer from Lowe's or wherever you buy it, put that there. Take your nail file. I have the file portion facing me, the flat portion with the nail nick facing the bottom, and then the curve facing upwards, and I put that on top like that. Okay. Then we're going to take our tweezers. You'll see here with the tweezers that we have a side that's flat, and then we have a side that's projecting a little bit. So the projecting side, so flat on the bottom, projecting on top. The projecting side is going to be facing you, and then you're going to have this little L shape in that orientation right there. Okay. Then we're going to take two washers. So we have a little bit of a gap here to fill between the top of this post on the left and the top of the metal portion here. So we're going to be putting two stainless steel washers over here. I tried to use one nylon washer. It was just a little bit too thick. So the two stainless steel washers that come with the QuietCarry Shorty is what you're going to use. Okay, so that's how you arrange that. Okay, then for the other side, you're going to take your small bit driver. You're going to have it oriented as so, with the nail nick facing upward. Place it in the large post on the right, and it fits just perfectly. Actually, these tools on the left can't even fit on the right because the right post is too thick for them. So then you're going to take your large bit driver, orient it in this fashion. I'm just going to change out the bit really quick to the Phillips, nail nick facing on top, and I'm going to put this at the top here. Now, I preferred to have a nylon washer or some kind of washer between these two tools on the right. There just wasn't enough space, as you can see here, so I didn't put them in. Okay. Lastly, you're going to take one more washer to fill up that gap on the right, and one more stainless steel washer, I should say, and then put that there. And you'll notice that sometimes these tools fall out a bit, so you just got to be a little bit patient with putting these in. Okay. All right, so now that you have your tool set, your washer set, you're going to take this portion, the top. Okay, notice that half moon is at the bottom left. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to set it on top. Now, before I set it on top, I just kind of want you to see the really good engineering here. You'll notice that in these holes, there's a little cutout notches all around. Okay, and we're going to be securing it with these fasteners that come from QuietCarry. And if you take a look at these fasteners, they have little detents around the perimeter of the head. So those go into those notches to keep it secure, but maintaining the looseness you need to flip out your keys or your tools or whatever. Okay. Okay, before we put that in, all right, so when it comes to the thread locker you're using, I'm using thread locker, by the way, because there was a time that I didn't, and because I keep manipulating these fasteners when I'm modifying my tool. One time the pocket clip came out and I lost it, and so since then I've been putting thread locker on it and I have not had that issue. The thread locker you want to use, probably better to be using thread locker blue, because blue will give you that fix that you need with metal, but it's not as permanent as red. So if you keep messing around and wanting to customize your QuietCarry, probably better to be using blue. If you kind of want to set this in and leave it, you're not going to touch the tool again, you're probably going to be okay with the red. So again, we're going to take our two halves here. Okay, take this top half, fold it over like so to line it up with those two holes at the top. Okay, then we're going to take our thread locker. I thought I saw a video somewhere a while ago that said there's a very specific way or place you're supposed to apply thread locker, like to the bottom or to the top of the screw or the fastener. So I'm just going to apply it everywhere because that's what I've been using and it's been holding well. So just one drop there. It's a small screw anyways. We're going to put that screw down here. Okay. Now we're going to take our other screw, put that in. Oh, flew across. Good, and put that in the other side over there. Okay, and set that in. Then you're going to take your bit here. I'm not sure which this one is. This looks like a T8. Okay. And we're going to start screwing these down. Okay, now remember those detents that I told you about in the fastener. So as you start getting into contact with the housing, you're going to notice that it's loose, then it's tight, then it's loose and it's tight. The detent kind of jumps around those little cutouts in the housing. So once you start meeting that resistance, go ahead and just, stop, check the movement of the tools. If it's too stiff, loosen. If it's too loose, tighten it up. So let's get these screwed in. Okay. Of course, make sure you're not cross-threading. If you're noticing a lot of resistance off the bat, don't tighten because you're cross-threading. Okay, so right there, meter resistance. I had one jump on the fastener, so I stopped. Loose, loose. Okay, one jump there, and I stopped. Okay, so a little bit of Loctite here at the top, so I'm just kind of dabbing that off. Okay, and there we go. We have our tool assembled. So let's go ahead and test the tools. Now we're on the driver's side here. Okay, that feels good. Just a tad too loose. Oh, actually, before I do that, what I like to do is focus on one side. So the drivers, I'm gonna turn them to the bottom and try to shake this tool to mimic what it's like in my pocket. You'll notice the tool easily comes out, right? So that is too loose. So I'm gonna put these back. We'll do another half turn till I feel the fastener jump one turn to the right. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and do this again. Shake the tools out. So again, they're still shaking out. Tighten again. One more turn. Okay, still shaking out. Okay, still shaking out. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's go to the other side over here. Okay, and check the scissor portion. So this part feels good. It's coming out smooth. Let's go ahead and give this side a little bit of a shake. So none of the tools are coming off, so that's good. I know it's not too loose. The scissor comes out really well. Okay, and we'll show you the functions of that later. Okay, how about the other tools? Okay, because there was no washer in between them, the file, nail cleaner, and tweezers come out, and they come out really smooth as well. So no problems over there. All right, sorry, I had to add a memory card to continue the video there. Ran out of space on my phone. So yeah, there we go. Now we have our QuietCarry assembled. So again, you just give it a shake test first. None of the tools are flying out. Then you give it a deploying test. So let's remove all the tools so you can kind of see everything that's in your tool. Let's take out that multi-tool blade that comes with it, and then the bottom tools as well. Okay, and there you go. That's a look at all the tools you have there. So quite a good tool set, I think, considering what it's intended for. That's the other side. Okay, now if you want to carry your keys, you still have the option to either remove tools from one side and add your keys, or like me, car keys and house keys, I add separately with this carabiner by Night Eyes. This one has a locking mechanism, so that way it doesn't accidentally come undone. And that's how I carry it in my pocket with the pocket clip down. You can see it's a really nice, pretty deep pocket clip that's pretty much the full length of the tool. Okay, and so to put these tools back, if you ever have them all deployed and you get confused, just remember your nail nicks need to face outward. So we want to put these in this direction. And I don't really put them too far down. I don't crush them all the way. I do it just enough where I can see the nail nick pop out. So that way it's easy to retrieve. So just enough that I can see the nail nick. And again, that's the beauty of having this square design. The square design hides the heads of those tools and prevents them from catching on your pocket. And then for the other tool set, tweezers and nail file, I just put them down low enough to be seen. Oh, sorry, this way. Okay, like that. So just below the surface. and then the scissors you fold into it. The good thing with the scissors too, by the way, kind of nifty, you can just push on the spring and let go, and they automatically go into a closed position. You can kind of put that down just till that nail nick is a little bit visible at the top so you can catch it with your finger. And then with this has a liner lock for the tool. So we just kind of compress that in. And this tool can be flicked open. Okay, didn't sound good, but it looked good. Here we go. Let's do another one here. Some is a little bit stiff. Can't do it on this time. Yeah, I might have tightened the screws just a tad too much on the top here. Let's loosen this up just a bit. Okay. Let's do it again. There we go. That's the sound you want to hear. Okay, so there is your multi-tool. A couple things I wanted to share with you that also come in the kit. At least it came with mine when QuietCarry sent this to me for free. So I don't know if they just gave me everything or if it comes all together if you just purchase it. But you also get these extension posts. So let's zoom in here. So remember the 2 posts that we added our tools to? If you wanted to add more tools or more keys or keys with tools, which is how I used to have this set up, they give you these 2 posts extensions. So there you go. Okay. So you'll notice that one of these extensions is a little bit thicker than the others. I'm not quite sure why the Shorty has a thin post and a thick post. You know, the Q2 that I used to use had just the same diameter, so I'm not quite sure there. But regardless, the pitch on these screws is the same, so you can just put them on top of each other. Just make sure that your tool can fit over these posts before you go ahead and assemble. They usually give you a couple of other fasteners in case you lose the ones on top. So as I mentioned, it's better to have Loctite blue or thread locker blue, and of course they already put thread locker on their screws in blue. If I had blue, I would use it. I just don't have those. And I think that's it. Everything else, they gave me a couple more washers here, stainless steel ones. But the rest of the washers I just bought from Lowe's. And that's pretty much my setup. Aside from this, I think the only thing that I would love to have, which I used to have, was pliers. I did take a Gerber dime head, the head of a Gerber dime plier, and put it on this. The problem was, even though I finally got it to fit and I found a way to compress the teeth with this sleeve. Actually, let me pause and pick that up for you. All right, so here's the, let's clean up our work area here. Here's the Gerber dime head. I bought a broken Gerber dime off eBay with the specific intention of putting it, the plier head, onto my QuietCarry. So I was able to find a way to compress these because these are spring-loaded, and so compressing it was an issue. I had this heat shrink tubing. I fitted it right over, heat shrunk it, and it was perfect. A really nice sleeve. But the point of a plier is you need a little bit of leverage, right? Away from the pivot point, and there's just not enough leverage to do anything useful. I might as well just be tightening something with my hands at this, my fingers at this point. So this was useless. I'm keeping this because I have ideas of maybe adding this plier head one day and then maybe putting out like a foldable arm of some sort to add to the plier. It's really not necessary. I can't even remember the last time I needed pliers on a trip. It's more just to see if I can do it. But for now, the pliers are not that useful. I did, however, find a good deal on a pair of Sabertech Sabertool M2 foldable pliers, which are really small. I think they're actually smaller than the length of this tool. And it kind of looks like a Swiss Tech tool where kind of the handles fold into themselves. So I'm going to be, I just ordered it. I'm going to be carrying that along with my keys. So now I'll have the plier edition and still have a tool that I can carry on an airplane. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like what you see here. Let's just finish up here by showing you all the tools again. All right. If you guys could subscribe to this channel as well as my Instagram in the description, that would be greatly appreciated. I will put the linking to the QuietCarry Shorty and their website in the description below. And as always, have fun, and I will see you guys on the next one.